and he would be shooting baskets in the dark because they hadn't even turned the lights on yet. He'd be there an hour, 2 hours before everybody. That he would show up at these practices. Everybody would be at breakfast, and he would show up with ice on his knees, and he was fully sweated out, like he had just done 3 hours of working out before anybody did anything.
I was getting ready to face Jordan. I had a teammate. He goes to me and said, "Hey, you want some advice? Whatever you do, don't look him in the eye." Wait, excuse me? Why the hell would I not look him in the eye? I don't think my teammate understood that I'm that too. Fuck everyone. I had all of this pent up frustration I just needed to let out. I'm destroying everybody I step on the court.
Drinking dope turned me to a superhero. Hit that pill, turned me to a superhero. Roll my 90s, turned me to a superhero. Metro, if your Metro don't trust you, I'm gonna shoot you. I'm on that dope again, I'm on that flow again, switch up the flow again, Fly in the parachute, gripping that pole again, I'm on that all again, Can't get in the cup, gotta get paid, king in the streets, young nigga made, spraying on the crowd, take it to the grave. Ain't having problems, I'm sipping the bar. Shout out to Dallas, my bitch is a star. Nigga get rich, better take you to war.
Black Mama doesn't end. Heroes come and go, but legends are forever.
There's gotta be another way out. I've been stuck in a cage with my dad. I'm trying for another getting out on my own. Every time I do this my way, I get caught in the lies of one way. I lay my troubles down, I'm ready for breaking me out the soul, I'm breaking down.
My name is Kobe Bryant. I'm 17 years old, and I've been lucky enough to live not only in different parts of the United States, but Europe as well. My father played professional basketball. He played for the Philadelphia 76ers, Houston Rockets, and the San Diego Clippers. He played professional basketball for 8 years, and after his 8th year, he decided that it would be best for him to move on and to take his talent elsewhere. So we packed our bags and moved to Italy, where he played professional basketball again for 8 years. At the time, I was only 6 years old, and I was pretty much clueless about the whole situation. But my parents basically told me, "Kobe, you're going to an Italian school, we want you to learn a new language, and when you're young, you just basically do whatever your parents tell you to do with no questions asked." So I said, fine, I'm gonna learn this new language, which I did. I can speak Italian fluently. And I met a lot of new faces, a lot of interesting people. You know, Italy became my home. My heart is there, and my heart will always be there. So it's very hard. My father told us that he's retiring from the game of basketball and that it was time for us to come back to America. I didn't want to come back, and my sisters didn't want to come back. But when it was time to start school, I thought that me and my sisters would be together, the same school, just like in Italy. But my sisters were older than I was. They were starting high school. So Sheree and Shay attended Lower Marion High School, and I was stuck at Bala Cynwyd Middle School. And it was very hard getting adjusted, simply because I had a lot of trouble understanding English and the slang. But one thing I had in common with some of my other students and classmates was basketball. And unfortunately, because of the lack of communication with my peers, I wasn't invited to parties or friendly gatherings on the weekend. So on Fridays and Saturdays, I would go in my rec room with my basketball and basically dribble myself to sleep. And I think that that was the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because during those lonely hours in the rec room, I discovered the hunger, the motivation, and the desire to be the best possible basketball player that I could be. And here I am today, giving an oral presentation in English class, not only in front of Mr. Rigby's camera, but the camera of Prism and ESPN. And I enjoy it. I enjoy all the attention because it's a great feeling to know that you set a goal for yourself and you were able to reach that goal and to knock it down. Kobe Bryant have decided to take my talent to no, I have decided to skip college and take my talent to NBA.
With the 13th pick in the 1996 NBA draft, the Charlotte Hornets select Kobe Bryant from Lower Merion High School.
The Charlotte Hornets have traded Kobe Bryant to the Lakers.
So I get on the phone with the Charlotte GM. He goes, well, it's a good thing we're trading you because we couldn't use you anyway.
And I heard that and I was like, okay, all right. I know what I'm going to be doing every day this summer, train my butt off.
Kobe gets drafted. No draft party, no celebration. He goes, works out.
He was different, okay? You could see it, you could feel it. Anyone could have seen this if they'd paid attention. Anyone. I think we just got the best player in the draft, in Kobe Bryant.
It was a dream come true just to play in the NBA.
5 or 6 years from now, the people of Los Angeles will be talking about this young man in very high terms.
Even in the NBA, he'll be able to create shots.
Yes, he will. Yes, he will. Yes, he will.
But I can remember this vividly. I'm signing. As soon as I get signed, Mr. West said, hey, man, I got a kid named Kobe Bryant. You and him, we're going to get multiple championships. And I'm like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, he saw something in Kobe that nobody saw. He was a guy that wanted it right away. So his rookie year, we let him do what he do, make his mistakes.
He was just different at 18 than most 18-year-olds that you would see. He came in not fearing anything. You know, he was already, long and tall and athletic and, could shoot the ball. But he just didn't bag down to anybody. He just had a work ethic about him, even at 18, that a lot of 18-year-olds don't have.
This is my man. This is Showboat. We call him Showboat, but y'all know him as Kobe Bryant. This is my main man. I feel like a father, though. I mean, this is my boy. I mean, we play together. We sit on the bench by each other. We're always talking. Then when I look at, how you go down in the locker room and they list everybody's age, not the age, but their date of birth, and I see 78 on you. And I'm like, I'm twice as old as this kid, But this kid right here, mark my words. Now, and I said this earlier in the season, it's going to be unbelievable. I mean, and I'm not saying that because he's here. I see him every day in practice.
I'm going to slide him a couple $100 after.
I see him every day in practice. I see how this kid works. I see how he, after practice, how he's still in the gym before practice. I know he goes to Pacific Palisades and shoots in their gym after school. He is just a tremendous talent.
He wasn't a guy that was going out partying and things of that nature. He had a goal in mind from the day he stepped on the basketball court when he got drafted. And that was to be the greatest player that he could possibly be. That's what he told me. He said, I want to be one of the greatest players in the history of the game.
Do it again. 1, 2, 3, let's go. Hold on, one last thing. Congratulations. One last thing. On thumb up. When we call thumb up, we're going to put the stack the other side, okay? We got the 5 men in the middle coming to set the pick, and we got one coming off. So the ball stays in the middle center of the floor. If I call thumb side, you guys just spot around the perimeter, okay? And I got the 5 at the elbow, one's going to hit a ball. Put 2, 3, and 4, and it's just a pick and roll, 1 and 5. I'm going to call thumb side with 2 and 5, so that'll be the 2 men and the 5 men running the pick and roll. Let's go, Knicks. Kobe. Ready?
I think so.
You butterfly?
A little bit. Actually, a lot. Try to play cool,
I haven't seen it since '79 when Earth first came in the Summer League, okay?
The Summer League.
High in Pennsylvania, 6'5", number 32, Kobe Bryant.
Yeah.
Radio Star Radio.
I pull up on you, that purple thing, bumping purple rain, singing purple rain, sipping purple rain, pouring champagne off commercial fame. You ain't worth a thing, you ain't gang, you ain't playing game, you ain't saying game. It's my world, it's Wayne's world. It's a different world, it's the Wayne, no law. Okay, now we got some match. Models out of Max, I'm too wavy, I'm what's happening.
Well, he might be only 18 years and 5 months old, but this guy can do everything that the veterans can do and do it better, perhaps.
Eldon Campbell back on the floor with Rooks, and Kobe Bryant making his first appearance in Madison Square Garden. 18 years of age, and he'll go to the free throw line. Now, let's give you some perspective. This is the third game of the season. A year ago at this time, in his third game for Lower Merion High School, Kobe Bryant was leading the Lower Merion Aces to victory over Haverford High School. They went on. Go ahead.
Kobe Bryant by mid-season will be a guy that, though he's 18, he'll be a key guy for the Lakers.
There is his first point in the NBA. And it comes at the age of 18 years, 2 months, and a couple of days.
Not a bad arena to score it in either.
Can you imagine what he thought when he walked in here today?
Oh, man.
Just a young gun with a quick fuse. I was uptight, wanna let loose. I was dreaming of bigger things and wanna leave my old life behind. Not a yes sir, not a follower. Fit the box, fit the mold, have a seat in the foyer. Take a number. I was lightning before the thunder. Thunder, 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 feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder, thunder, feel the thunder, lightning and the thunder, thunder.
Kobe Bryant, last night you get your first start as a pro. How'd it feel?
It felt good. It felt good, going out, for the starting lineup. I tried to keep a straight face and keep a serious look, but, I couldn't help but cracking a little smile.
Do you get a little feel of palpitation?
Sure, because, you're so excited to get out there at the beginning of the game, I haven't done that since high school.
Right.
So I naturally get excited.
Speaking of high school, how big was the gym you played in at Marion? How many people?
About 500 people.
500?
About 500 people.
This seats 26,000.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
That girl, she got with my clone. I told that little girl that she got it, just do better. Are you serious? I swear my money is serious. Okay, all my checks, I just be clearing it. She suck my dick till she get delirious. Okay, jump on the jet, so I'm clearing it. Okay, pop, but I'm not talking new. Okay, smoke that boy just like a cigarette. If that boy try to make a fuss move, I'm on some whole other shit. I got a whole nother rich. I'm on a new level. I was fucking on your bitch. She was riding on my dick. She ain't need 2 pedals. I swear these niggas, they bitches. I swear they all gonna snitch when my niggas gon' shoot at them. Niggas, they mad about this. Niggas, they mad about that, but it's only if you let them. She say my name in her phone. Only thing she say me under is probably that you let her. No, I don't got provolone. Only thing in my pocket is probably some blue cheddar. She try to leave me alone. Then she got right with my clone, and I hope that she do better.
I wonder when NBA GMs realized Kobe Bryant was going to be one of those. I'm talking about rookie year Kobe Bryant. Drafted at 17 years old, played his whole first NBA season at 18. Now, he only averaged like 7 points per game, 2 rebounds, and 1 assist as an 18-year-old. But you knew Kobe Bryant was going to be very good. Now, me personally, I think Kobe Bryant a top 4 player all time, but we won't get into that. But when did GMs realize, like, damn, maybe this kid shouldn't have dropped all the way to number 13, and we should have drafted him in like the top 3 or top 4 because he pretty damn good. You seeing the skills. This is an 18-year-old young man out here. A lot of people out here just playing their senior years, and Kobe in the NBA doing this against stars, man. But let me know what you think in the comments. But Kobe, he was one of those ones, R.I.P. mama. But yeah, when did them GMs realize, yo, I think I made a mistake, man?
His rookie year, he wasn't getting a lot of playing time, so shoot around is the time where you go over other guys' plays and you're supposed to be focused. So Kenny, you be Dale Harris and just go over plays.
I want you to double down from the top. We're gonna double down from the top on the other thing, and we're gonna act
full speed, sweating, talking to herself. You can't call me like just talking to herself. We're like.
Said I don't want to walk this earth. If I gotta do it solo.
purpose. I wanted to be one of the best basketball players to ever play. And anything else that was outside of that lane, I didn't have time for. There's a quote from one of my English teachers, a little Marion named Mr. Fisk. He had a great quote that said, "Rest at the end, not in the middle." And that's something I always live by. You know, I'm not going to rest. I'm going to keep on pushing now. There are a lot of answers that I don't have, or even questions that I don't have. But I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going, and I'll figure these things out as we go, right? And you just continue to build that way. So I try to live by that all the time.
At what age did that goal become crystal clear?
I made that deal with myself at 13 years old.
At 13 years old?
13 years old. That's the deal I made.
Clear about it.
Crystal clear.
And where did inspiration come from?
The love of the game. The love of the game. The challenge. Like I would watch Magic play. I'd watch Michael play. And I would see them do these unbelievable things. And I'd say, you know, can I get to that level? I don't know, but let's find out. Let's find out. And so that curiosity to see where I could push this thing led me down that path, I think. I had a summer where I played basketball when I was like 10, 11 years old. And here I come playing and I don't score 1 point the entire summer. Not a free throw, nothing. Not a lucky shot, not a breakaway layup, 0 points. And I remember crying about it, being upset about it. My father just gave me a hug and said, listen, whether you score 0 or score 60, I'm gonna love you no matter what. Wow. Now that is the most important thing that you can say to a child. Because from there, I was like, okay.
Nash beating Kobe Bryant, and 31 points for Kobe Bryant. Now, some people feel that our next dunker is the favorite. He is 18 years old, 6'6", Kobe Bryant from the Lakers.
And I think he is the favorite for one reason. A lot of people thought he should have won the MVP in the rookie game. So he's comfortable, too.
Oh!
Yes.
But look at his style. Look at his rhythm. Check out the way he walks. He's cocky. He looks cocky. Check him out. Eye contact with the crowd. They love this kid.
He was doing this at this time last year at Lower Marion High School in Ardmore, Pennsylvania. Uh-oh, that'll hurt him.
That's going to hurt him bad. He says, I'm not going to tell anybody what my dunks are, but keep it and just surprise people.
I think you should get points for the fact that it ricocheted all the way into the stand.
Almost hit Bobby Sir in the head.
I think you should get points for wearing purple shoes out there.
Or
Kobe Bryant.
Or his eyes checked.
18 and a half years old, third dunk. Oh, that was big. Went down between his legs and got the reverse jam. But these judges have been very, very tough. Scores of 36 and 35 on the two previous competitors. Score to beat here is 44. Let's take a look at the three from Kobe Bryant.
I tell you what, Bob, he missed one, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say they're going to give this guy a higher score. They understand that he should have won the MVP. A lot of people think he should have won the MVP.
I like the fact that these judges are tough and they're not just giving away dunks here.
Look how tough. Only 37. Here are the finalists in descending order: Kobe Bryant, Michael Finley, and Carr. And Finley, of course, and Carr, both former Phoenix Suns players, now with different teams. And the first player to go will be the 18-year-old Kobe Bryant.
And I think he's has the most charisma of the three so far. I tell you, the first round, Michael Finley understood to play the crowd. I think he got points at the end, that last dunk.
Absolutely.
Where you start punching at the crowd.
Absolutely.
He plays it up. You have to get the crowd involved. Sometimes you're too cool, you're too smooth, you're too confident. You can't get guys in it. Kobe understands that, I hope, and he'll do it this time.
Just about losing his drawers got the crowd involved there. Certainly got the producer and director very involved. Now, this is the final round. 3 players advance. Each player will attempt 2 dunks here on a rotating basis. So Kobe will dunk, and then so will the other 2. Then they'll do it one more time. Oh, between the legs! Kobe Bryant!
Look at him. Check him out. Check him out. Check him out. Look at him.
It's tough to look at him as a tough guy, though, Reg. You know, he's so skinny.
You know what? It ain't a fight, Doc. It ain't a fight. Boy, the boy got some rhythm and flavor. And after he dunks this ball, check him out. Nice between the legs over the top. Look at him.
That is so difficult. Some people can't dribble between their legs. He's dunking between his legs.
Let's see what the judges give him. Oh, yes.
Yes.
Yeah, boy.
There's the Hulkster, and look at the score. Watch this.
Oh, yeah.
49 50 for Kobe Bryant. Now remember, it's the best score out of 2. Each competitor will dunk one time through, then they'll do it again. That means that Kobe Bryant now has the ability to let it all hang out. He's got a 49 in the bank.
Well, Bobby said that he was going to pull him out as he got on the court, and the degree of difficulty in that first dunk is what got him the huge score. You see Brandy over there cheering on her buddy. He took her to the prom. They're very good friends in L.A.
Took her to the prom.
Isn't that funny?
Talking about an 18-year-old here. You just reminded me, Reggie. Here we go.
Oh, no, he didn't.
Well, he's going to have to ride with his 49.
I'll take that.
That's a good gamble for him. Yeah. That was a unbelievable, difficult shot, but he tried it because he already has a 49.
Well, you gotta give him
Go for it. Go for it, exactly.
But look, he almost got it through the legs and, just got hung just a little bit.
You're used to that part of the
I have never got hung before in my life. Because when I dunk, I make sure.
Kobe Bryant is so athletic. I've done several Lakers games this year. Sometimes he gets his body so contorted he loses control. But you can understand it at being 18 years old. Only a 35.5 on that dunk, but throw it out. Right now, the number to beat is the score Kobe Bryant had on his first dunk in the finals of 49. The judges award Chris Carr 45.8, which is the second best score of the night. But that's all it is second best. Kobe Bryant, 18-year-old rookie out of Lower Merion High School in Ardmore, Pennsylvania, straight to the NBA, to Hollywood, and now to Cleveland, and is the 1997 Slam Dunk champion. Let's have a look at Kobe.
And look at the style. Look at the presence of mind. This kid is 19 years old. He has presence of mind, a fan, and everything else. The only thing you hope, Reggie, is he doesn't have the slam dunk winner curse after this.
Oh, no. Kobe's a very confident, and he's got his head on straight, guys. I see him all the time at the Laker games. This kid is for real.
Craig Sager with Kobe Bryant.
Well, obviously impressed all of our announcers, but I talked to Dr. J moments ago. He said he came up out of his seat. The first time he's done that as a judge, he said it was shock value. What was your plan going in?
I just wanted to come in and, try the best that I could. I know everybody on the, in the dunking competition had a whole lot of time. I didn't know when anybody had playing up the sleeve. So I just kind of came in the dunk contest and played everything by ear.
After scoring 31 points but not getting the MVP in the rookie game, did that psych you up even more for this?
Sure. I mean, you want to win as much as you can. Coming in, in the NBA dunk contest, I was psyched up as it is. So, it just pumped me up a little bit more.
A year ago in high school, making the big move. What do you tell your friends back home now they came to see you? They're here this weekend rooting you on.
Well, thanks for being in the gym with me and helping me on my dunks and all that stuff and all that good stuff. Thanks for your support right now, and can't wait to see you when I get back home.
A couple all-star teammates, Shaquille O'Neal, Eddie Jones. Expect a lot out of the Lakers second half?
Oh, yeah, definitely. We're trying to gel together as a team right now. We've done a good job later on in the first part of the season, and in the second half, hopefully, you can do the same.
If you got time later, could you show that move to Reggie Theus and Doc Rivers?
Sure. Reggie actually taught me that.
Kobe Bryant wins the slam dunk.
Welcome to sunny California. Man, if it wasn't raining, I'll be busting y'all up right now. Little crossover right to left. Now hit you with the first step. I'll blow right by you.
Sometimes we just try to make you look good.
Stop like that. I think the sun coming out too.
You remind me a lot of Magic in many ways. When he gets a chance to flourish, put on a little show for the fans. You do it at the end of a play. Why not?
Oh, why not? I mean, it's there. Might as well give the fans something they can enjoy.
Right, absolutely right. Has Magic ever counseled you, ever told you anything about the game?
Not really. We had the opportunity to talk so far this season, but I'm definitely looking forward to having some conversation with him.
I know you've had a lot of conversations with Jerry West. I don't know if you know how good he was as a player, but he was as good as ever played the position. Has he ever talked to you?
Sure. We've talked many times, whether it was coming off the screen or a jump shot or handling the ball in certain situations. We've talked many times.
What about Shaq?
Me and Shaq talk every day. Every day, whether it's in practice, he's blocking one of my shots, or I'm getting a layup on him or something like that. We're talking, we're giving advice to one another, we're pumping each other up at the same time.
He really is a nice man.
Yeah, he's like my older brother.
You have an older brother?
Shaquille O'Neal.
I'm ready to show Brian. I've been watching a long time, man.
I played to learn something, right? Because I think if you play with a fear of failure, or you play with the will to win, or that supersedes the fear of failure, I think it's a weakness either way, right? Because if you play with the fear of failing, you'll have the pressure on yourself to play, to capitulate to that fear. If you play with the sense of I want to win, then you have the fear of what happens if you don't. But if you find common ground in the middle, in the center, then it doesn't matter. You're unfazed by either, right? And that enables you to really just stay in the moment, stay connected to it, and not feel anything other than what's in front of you. So I try to just be...
The defining moment for Kobe, we were playing at Utah. Utah was killing us in the playoffs. His last 3 shots were air balls.
Kobe Bryant, the young rookie, straight from high school. 8 seconds left. Bryant guarded by Russell. 5 seconds left. 4. Bryant drives, pull up, shot on the way. No good. Carvalho rebounds. We go to overtime. Bounce, wide right, Van Exel fake stock away. Cross court left, open Kobe Bryant for 3. Another air ball. He shoots back-to-back air balls. Jazz basketball.
That's hard to believe.
Van Exel, yo-yo. Van Exel backs it out, straight away to Kobe Bryant. Bryant for 3. It's short again. Air ball. Air ball. The young rookie. 3 times. He shot air balls. Here at pressure. Stockton with the ball. So front court. Jazz with him. Stockton all over him. 8 seconds. 7 seconds. Here's a 3-pointer. Air ball again. By Kobe Bryant. Another air ball. 4 seconds left. It's Stockton. It's over. It's over. Abu believe. It's over.
I felt like everybody had written me off after those air balls. People questioning if this 18-year-old kid can ever come back from this.
It's embarrassing. After that, it's okay, well, why did those air balls happen?
They're all right on line. They were short. I gotta get stronger.
Cross court left, open Kobe Bryant for 3, another air ball. He shoots back-to-back air balls.
The defining moment in his greatness was we were playing Utah.
I really thought that was a defining moment in his career.
Nobody wanted to take the last shots. I'm not taking the last shot, shooting 40% from the free throw line.
He was fearless. I think that's one of the things that spurred him to greatness.
Bryant for 3, it's short again, air ball. Air ball, 7 seconds. Here's a 3-pointer, air ball again. By Kobe Bryant.
I came up a little short. You learn from those mistakes. When I get put in that situation again, I'm not gonna miss it.
Everybody talks about those air balls. I wasn't mad at you. And that's why I was the first one to come grab you and say, hey, I know everybody's laughing and giggling out, but one day people would fear you at the end of the game.
We flew back to LA that night, 3 in the morning, and I shot all day. I mean, all day.
Kobe Bryant got the best story, in my opinion, in NBA history. When it comes down to Kobe winning 3 NBA championships with Shaq, Kobe was at his highest, and all of a sudden, Kobe was dealing with the situation in Denver. Most people, when dealing with something when your livelihood is on the line, I wouldn't have showed up to work, not to that capacity. Kobe was still showing up to work and giving people that worked on the floor. And throughout that period, he had lost endorsements. He was getting booed in every arena. And he basically had to start from the bottom and work his way back to the top. And so when I think about how he has 2 jerseys retired, and this story after basketball was about to be a greater story than his story on the floor. He has the greatest story in NBA history in my eyes.